Hi, so what's your name?
My name is Julianna Perez.
What's your nationality and your ethnicity?
Well, I'm American. I was born in Chicago, born and raised, but my grandparents came from Puerto Rico.
So you're second generation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So since you have Latino culture at home and kind of like an American culture at school, which culture do you identify with the most?
Puerto Rican, because I grew up with Puerto Rican food and music. My dad made it a point to make sure I knew my heritage and knew where I came from.
So do you speak English or Spanish at home?
English at home. I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, you don't speak Spanish?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool.
But because it was hard, because my dad came here, and when he met my mom only spoke English, so it was hard to like keep translating all the time. So he just stuck with English.
Okay, cool. So is your neighborhood mixed or?
It's pretty mixed. My neighborhood, it used to be predominantly Puerto Rican, but over time it's changed. It's kind of been gentrified. So now it's like a mix between Puerto Rican and white.
Okay. What difficulties, if any, have you faced with being a social citizen of two cultures?
When I'm with my friends who are Hispanic first generation, I hear comments that I'm American or too white. So that's like been a struggle. Like I speak too white, and it's because I guess I don't speak a type of slang, you know what I mean? So I think that's been the most difficult part when I'm with when I'm with my Hispanic friends, I'm the white girl. When I'm with my white friends, I'm the Latina girl.
Right.
So there's like that weird awkward split for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I have experienced that too. So, are you interested in politics? Are you voting in this election?
I did vote. I'm not really into politics, but I do kind of follow it because it's all over Facebook. So yeah, and I just voted recently.
What are you registered as?
Like party?
Yeah.
Democratic.
Okay, cool. Do you feel like your voice is heard as a Puerto Rican woman? Do you think you have a voice in the election, or that your needs are addressed by candidates?
I think so. I know that I would say like Obama as president, like he's been president for a while, and I feel like he's targeted at helping lower working class people, and I feel those people are predominantly Hispanic and Black. So I feel like our voices are heard with the things he's done to help us.
And what do you think about that in the current election?
It's okay. I know Bernie Sanders I feel like he targets more Hispanic people because he wants a better education, and it's more common for Hispanics to have lower end education. But then you have I feel Republicans kind of focus more on other issues that don't really help Hispanic people. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So, do you feel like you have a strong opinion about any candidate? For or against?
Against Trump, definitely. Because I do have, so even though Puerto Rico is a colony, would it be considered a colony of the U.S.? Or
it's like what's the word?
Yeah, because they can't vote. So
yeah, I think, it's not a colony anymore. It's a territory.
Okay, so it's a U.S. territory. So I know people who come from Puerto Rico, they're not considered immigrants. So I guess within my family, I don't have to worry about people being sent back, but I do have many friends who are first generation Hispanic and their parents were immigrants or they themselves are immigrants, and I just really can't stand the fact of someone running who is against immigration and says racist comments. And I even see when people of color go to his riots, they are verbally and physically attacked, and he kind of how do you say it? He kind of he doesn't mind that. He pushes it. I feel like he'll say I've seen them speeches that he gives at his rallies, get him out of here, and he's saying that to his protesters, and I just see so much racism. It feels like the 1960s all over again. So definitely him.
So
yes.
Within your family and your Latino friends, do you think that you all have different political views or kind of the same? Are your political views a function of your parents, or?
I think so. My parents are both Democratic. No one in my family is really Republican, as I say, and most of my friends are Democratic. So I feel like that definitely has an influence, you know.
And are your parents involved in the election? Do they have strong opinions?
They're not. They're like me. Like they're not really into politics either, but they do vote. You know, and they are like Democratic. They both oppose Trump too, like myself.
Okay. And what do you think the importance of Latinos voting is? Like, do you think it's important?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a big population of Latinos in the U.S. and who do have the right to vote. And I think that if everyone voted, that that's the first start to making change in our country.
Which policies and social issues do you think are the most important when you're choosing who to support?
I focus on education a lot. I think that's really important. So that's why, and I'll say it, I voted for Bernie Sanders because I like the policies he has towards education and making it cheaper or making it more affordable for people. Other issues, I guess immigration, just because I do know a lot of people who come from immigrant families, and I see I've seen how they are affected, and I feel like with our economy, we're sort of drop without our immigrants because they take on the lower wage jobs that us citizens don't want to take. So that's another passion I have.
And in your community, what do you think the biggest thing that needs to be changed, and how do you want the future president to fix it?
I would say raising the standards on education. I know there's a high school in my neighborhood, and it's not ranked high at all. It's like a neighborhood high school, so it's ranked pretty low. I know they're trying to make it a selective school, and those are schools you need to test in to get in. And I feel with those you can raise the standards on graduating and passing. What else? I think just the schools, raising the standard, making the schools better.
Yeah. And so overall, like as a Latino woman, do you think that your voice is heard?
I think so. I can say at Trinity, I've had class discussions, a few classes where you have to discuss about these real world issues, and I feel like my opinion is heard, and I always have evidence to back up what I'm saying. I think that helps. And also, I feel like the fact that I'm a citizen, and that I was born here, I think that helps with validating my opinion.
And do you think Latino women their needs are voiced in this election with any candidates?
Going back again to Bernie Sanders. During our last semester, he went to a poor neighborhood in Chicago, and I saw a video, and there's just so many. There's Latinos, but there's also a lot of Latinas around him, and I can just what he was saying. He was addressing their issues. So I feel like that their voices were being addressed.
Okay, great. That was perfect. Is there anything else you want to add? All right, thank you.